All right, guys. This is about 4 weeks worth of growth. It hasn't been growing that quickly, but it is still here nonetheless. I haven't moisturized in about a week. Coincidentally, we had a blizzard. Not really a blizzard. We got about 12 inches up here, and now I'm super dry, in pain right now. Um, so take a look. The most pain I'm having is right around here. I did put a little coconut oil right here, but I was gonna do my whole legs up. A little bit of pain, well, a lot of pain today around right here in this area, and pretty much any of these other spots that move around as I walk around. So we're gonna lube this up a little bit, and then we're gonna let that sit for a day, and then I will lube it up again, and then we'll go ahead and scrape it all off. So as you can see, it's really white right now with the dead skin. So just putting a little bit of coconut oil on makes all the difference. Right now, since it's so cold, my coconut oil is rock solid. So I've got to chip away at it with my knife and pull what I can out of it. To show you what it actually looks like. Now, even though it kind of just takes the dryness factor away from it, you can still see the scales somewhat here and there. And there's just skin everywhere. Alright, moving along. Here's a better example that looks like a nice coconut oil rock. It doesn't matter how accurate I get with this, just as long as I'm melting the coconut oil. That chunk should probably cover the rest of this leg. Well, I forgot about the back. As you can see, it melts pretty quickly, just with my body heat. Alright, back to this other leg. We've done a little bit of it. lot of people ask, why don't I do this every day? Why don't I do this every day? Well, for the most part, I do. But every once in a while, I want to get creative and show you guys what it looks like. And what it feels like. Maybe I can describe it. I mean, really, it just feels like I don't know. Really, it's painful. I feel like a big walking crust bomb. And, yeah, we'll just deal with it. Normally, like I said, I moisturize every day. So that keeps the painful part away for the most part. But obviously, scraping every day is not practical. I probably do a full cleaning maybe once a week or so. Aside from that, it's just a little bit of maintenance. Take a look at this shot. This is kind of a good example of what it used to look like and what it looks like now. Kind of cool. I like how the coconut oil is kind of like a magic eraser. Okay, y'all, 24 hours later, looks like we are flaking up quite a bit. Well, you guys may not notice it right now, but we'll get a little closer and we will go ahead and scrape off some of these flakes. I'm going to do a couple different things now. I've already pre-oiled my ankles, and it's been about an hour now. And these guys should fall off pretty well. If I need to add them up again, we'll see what happens there. Same thing with this other ankle. Just so we can get rid of these thick concrete-like scales. Alright, I'm also going to do some duct tape, so let me go get that. Alright, good old-fashioned duct tape, not duck quack quack tape. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to use that on my left leg here, and I am going to just leave it on for the duration of my scraping. So it'll be approximately, I don't know, 30 minutes to an hour's worth on here. I did not shave, so I may be pulling out some hairs after doing this. Alright, we'll do another set down. I think that's good enough for now. We'll just let that sit on there and adhere to the skin flakes. Alright, let's get cracking with this leg right here, huh? this last 24 hours that I've had the coconut oil and whatnot soaking on in here have been the itchiest my leg has been. Um, I don't know why that is. I think it's probably because, after putting the coconut oil on and having the skin break up, my skin finally has room to breathe and stretch out a little bit. So it's kind of getting that rejuvenation feeling going on in there. Oh yeah, that feels so good. Look at that, even my knees are crusty this time around. As you can see from this massive pile of skin building up to my side of my leg here, there's quite a bit of skin there. So these last, I've been gone for about 4 weeks now, and you know, it just hasn't been growing visually, but now I can see that, yeah, it definitely is there. But overall, I did do about 2 weeks worth of vegetarian eating, which was very hard for me, but I found stuff that I was able to eat and enjoy. But I think that those 2 weeks were were a big turning point as far as the speed at which I was regenerating. So I think I'm gonna try to go ahead and go full steam ahead and give that another try. Not a try. I'm just gonna do it, and we'll see how far I can get. I've been waiting for so long to do that. Just scrape away. It feels great. You know, it feels great to actually let my skin feel something. It's just like scratching that itch that you couldn't scratch for the longest time. As you can see, not nearly as crusty, but there still are some patches here that probably won't come up this time around. Okay, now let's go ahead and get this. Let's get this part that I kind of soaked up with coconut oil beforehand. As you can see, it's kind of coming up pretty smoothly, yeah, around the edges. Let's work our way in, huh? That part's still pretty dry. Alright, now I know this part is definitely soaked up, so let's go in there and see what I can pull up. Still pretty thick, but coming up. Here, I got a little piece there. Let's see if I can just pull it up with my fingernail. There we go. This was a little thicker than I expected. Well, it's having a hard time coming up even still after an hour of soaking. So that just goes to show you, every little bit of skin is different, you know. I'm sure it may work on some people. It's obviously not working that well on myself. I can scrape it and kind of pull off the top layers. But as it goes deeper, the oil didn't soak into the lower layers that were stuck on the live skin beneath. But boy, does this feel fantastic. The other ankle looks like it may come up because those scales formed a little bit differently. In just doing the scraping here, it's actually bringing up a lot of it compared to what it was when I was trying to peel it up. So, it's looking pretty good. So yeah, we're down pretty far. Almost to the live skin beneath. But I think that's as far as we need to go. No need to make myself bleed anymore than the basic amount. Oh, forgive me if I just start scraping. Just can't help it. It starts itching so much. It's like after ignoring it for so long, as soon as I start touching it, it just starts screaming at me, yelling at me, saying, "Hey, rip this stuff off." This is the back of my calf, or the side of my calf. I think I'm just gonna have to get rid of this top layer and then re-soak it in coconut oil and then come back to it later on in the week. I might be able to get to the lower layers. As you can see, it's not that clean and kind of making myself bleed everywhere I go. Alright guys, take a look. That's just one leg right there. My right leg. Let's kind of get everything together. And let's use something for scale here. Alright, there's my knife. And there's a pen. Standard Bic pen. Pretty fascinating stuff. In fact, I could bury my pen in the skin. Alright, it's been about 30 minutes now, and I'm ready to go ahead and rip up these pieces of tape. Let's see if they did anything differently than the last time I tried it out. So, I know a lot of people say I should leave it on overnight or something like that, but I just am not going to do that. So, we'll just go with 30 minutes and see how that worked. Alright, somebody wanted me to rip it off real fast. My hair might be pulled out, so pardon me if I scream. Okay. Yes, some hair came out, but it wasn't that bad. Take a look. Not much actually came off. Now, I think that's because I oiled it the night before. So that is probably causing it to not really adhere to the skin. So that didn't work very well again. You know, in these, there are some flakes here on this leg too. See, this one just came up by just me touching it. So it's clear that the duct tape just is not sticking to that skin. I don't know why. I'm just going to clean this off the old-fashioned way with my fingertips. Kind of squeezing, pinching the skin, and then dragging my hands against it to pull up the dead chunks. As you can see, that already did a pretty damn good job compared to the what the duct tape did. Alright guys, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna save the rest of this. I'm gonna let it go for a couple more days, and then I'm going to moisturize it again and give it another shot. Since I'm here already, may as well go ahead and give these my left ankle a work over. I had soaked this for an hour before with oil, and it should come up pretty well. Having a bit of a rough time still. This one looked like it soaked a bit more, but even still it's being quite stubborn. So it does appear that this leg looks pretty good as far as what the oil, the pre-soaking job today did. It's allowing me to pull up most of these concrete-like pieces off of my ankle. A little better than the right leg allowed. Still giving me some trouble though. Yeah, I'm just gonna have to go hit it from a scraping standpoint. Look, it's still so hard, even though, you know, it's been soaking in that oil. And I think, like I said, I think it's just there's so many layers in there that the top layer gets soaked, but the lower layers just kind of don't get anything. So I'm going to have to hit that all once again. So if you guys just be a little more patient with me, I will see what I can do in the next few days, and I will soak it up again, and we'll get some play action going. There's a couple more spots here that I got some nice flakes going. Well, guys, that's pretty much all I have for you right now. Thank you guys for being so patient. I will go ahead and put another video up here pretty soon. I'm going to let my legs soak again and hopefully get down to the lower layers, and we'll see what comes from that. Thank you guys so much for watching, and please don't forget to subscribe if you'd like to learn more about psoriasis. If you have any questions, please leave me some comments, and I will gladly answer them. As for now, we'll catch you guys later.